So I started doing the conspiracy videos just kind of out of fun to see what you thought. But then they turned a little serious. Well, hello, my silky friends. Yeah, I'm going to do a series of shorter videos just on one topic each because I feel like we need to stop and think. Yeah, it's come to that. Thinking. Can you imagine that? So let's start with this first one. It sounded like just some fun with the Mandela Effect, but then it got into CERN. If you don't know what CERN is, honey, I ain't got time to tell you right now, but it's a big hadron collider. And what they're looking for is the God particle, antimatter. And they may have actually already destroyed our society. We just don't know it. It sounds like science fiction, but is it really? I want you to listen to this. Some of it seems a little unbelievable until a mere child explains it to us. And you know what? He might not be wrong. If you're new to this channel, this is Sachi, my co host.
Remember certain things differently? For example, there's a group of people who swear that Fruit of the Loom always had a cornucopia, but there's another group of people, including the company themselves, who swear that it never had one. But what if no one is wrong in either scenario? What if in fact this is actually proof that we've slipped into another universe? Stick around because this explanation may just blow your mind.
Alright, it happens when it gets in the room. See it?
Did you see it?
And then back out here. Normal. Yeah. What the fuck?
So let's zoom in. Watch the EI change to an AI right before your very eyes, and then right back. So how is this possible, and why is it even happening? So this is Max Laughlin. He's just 13 years old and considered to be one of the smartest kids alive. And when he was asked about the Mandela Effect, he gave an answer that connects memory glitches to the fabric of reality itself.
There are other universes that are next to ours, and this actually relates to my theory of the Mandela Effect and how the particle accelerator altered the weight of one electron and therefore destroyed our universe and shifted us into the universe that's directly next to it, and therefore things are different in this universe.
How did it actually change?
Well, it never changed. We changed.
Max believes that the culprit is actually CERN, or more specifically the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland. He says that when scientists smash particles together at nearly the speed of light, then they may have ripped open reality and shifted us into a completely different timeline.
And this was, you think, when CERN Super Collider did its experiment?
Large Hadron Collider, yeah. We thought our universe would implode, and then it didn't, and we're like, oh, it's okay. Well, maybe it did implode. We just instantly got shifted to another universe.
So what do you think? Did Pikachu always have a black tail? Did Double Stuff always have just one F? Did a cornucopia ever exist? Or are you just from another universe?
So while a glitch in the Matrix may be interesting, and yes, Pikachu always did have a black tail in my universe, and we talked about the cornucopia with Fruit of the Loom, but these are just Mandela effects. Interesting things that we can't explain. Now, when it comes to the Big Hadron Collider and CERN, it is all serious business, y'all. CERN's been around for a while, and there's a lot of shady stuff that goes along with that. Now, the part of that video where they were going back and forth in the room and the Berenstain Bears were changing back and forth, I have seen videos like that before. I don't know if it's doctored or not. I do know one thing, though. I lived in a house where the time zone changed, and we were not in a time zone change area, okay? I was in a regular time area, but literally I would turn over in my bed and the time zone on my phone would change every single time. There was something really weird and woo-woo about that place that I lived. And I was never really sure when my alarm was going to go off and in what time zone. It was bizarre. So I know that atmospheric changes, whatever that is, can affect things. But we're not done with CERN because they are trying to open portals. Now, if you'll remember, the Pope did a big ceremony last December about, remember, opening portals and the door that everybody said shouldn't be opened? Well, think about the end of 2024 and how 2025 is going. I think we should have left that dang door shut. Now, I'm sorry if that offends you, but it ain't going so well from my perspective. So let me show you another video about CERN and some things that people are saying.
So we've had a lot of interesting sightings lately of creatures, things in the sky, and I'm just going to say on June 5th I made a video, and this video was in reference to CERN. And I do believe that CERN opened up its portals on June 5th. Of course, they're not going to tell us that's what they were doing, because why would they? The scientists and physicists that were on the videos that I had seen were talking about the entities being able to go in and out of these portals. If they're opening up this thing without us knowing, and things are coming through, I do believe it would explain all the craziness that we've had going on lately. Because if you've noticed, things have quietly amplified since June 5th. Life was pretty normal up until that point, if you think about it. So now we're having all these different sightings. You got weird beings being seen, and not even just like alien. I'm talking about really weird. You have a goat with like long human arms. It's really weird. And it makes me wonder if this is some of the crap that's coming in and out through the CERN portals, and they no longer have control of what's coming in and out of these things, is what I am believing. I don't have proof on that one. That's just my thoughts. Okay. Anyways, for some reason this has been on my mind, and the more and more I keep seeing all the time, it's just like, wow. And I'm not here to say I told you so. Okay. I'm here for you to think about it. It's really just starting to add up. So my conclusion to the CERN being open June 5th and the veil that they say are thinning, I think the veil is no longer there, sweetheart. And we are starting to see things, hear things, pick up on gifts that we didn't even know we had. They said that time is accelerating, and now scientific proof that it's accelerating. And that's exactly what CERN said it was trying to do, was manipulate time. So just something for you guys to think about. And for some reason I was told to put this video out there, so maybe just sit down and think about it for a second and go back over all the craziness that we've been going through, and tell me if you think it's related to CERN opening those portals back up.
Now, I will say that in the comments to that video, they were talking about how there have been portals open. CERN has opened ones earlier, and other people have. They cited Aleister Crowley, how he had open portals that he couldn't close. Now, if you're a fan of Stranger Things, the series on Netflix, you will know that that's kind of what it looks like they are doing, is they have a collider of sorts, and they are opening a portal into another world dimension. It opens into the upside down. So if you have seen that, that is kind of what CERN is all about in real life, which is horrifying. And people have said that there are creatures coming out. Now, just think about all the creatures that I've seen, and you've seen, maybe if you watch social media. Did I say that right? Well, I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, I was just watching this. They found a bright orange shark. Saw that somewhere. Like, where did this one come from? They're like, I don't know. It's a new species. We've never seen a bright orange shark. There's some kind of something wrong. I don't know, kind of like a phenomenon. There have been a lot of new creatures. Is it because we have our parallel universes have collapsed on themselves? Did the world end in 2012, like people said? Is it CERN? Did they collapse the universe and we had to move into a parallel? These are all things that people talk about as possible. All I can say is the world has been getting weirder and weirder for the last couple of years. And for some of us, that's actually a relief because we don't seem as weird by comparison. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. Tell me what you think in the comments. I will see you with the next one. There are some weird things I want to talk about. Stay safe out there, y'all. You don't know what's going to come out that thing next. Whatever you do, just stay silky. Bye bye.